Good morning, dear children. Yesterday we started our first chapter. What is the democracy and why democracy? In that chapter, we see what is the democracy, what is its real meaning of the democracy, its definition. After that, we see the features of the democracy. So, which are the features? I think you should you written in your copy. I told you yesterday to write down the main features in your copy. The major decision by the elected leaders, then pre and fair election competitions, one person, one vote of one value. These all the concept we seen yesterday. Then today we are going to see the rule of law and respect for the rights. Yesterday, one more important thing we discussed that a free and fair election competition. In that point, the China and Mexico two examples we taken. In case of China, we seen कि election are held after every 5 years for the electing the country parliament called कानूंगो नेशनल पीपल कांग्रेस जो है इन चाइना फॉर दैट द इलेक्शंस आर हेल्ड फॉर आफ्टर एवरी 5 years. Before contesting the election, a candidate needs the approval of the Chinese Community Party. Which is the Chinese Community Party? There is only a single party, National People Congress. So before approval for the election, the candidate must have the contesting election of that party. Now only those who are the members of the Chinese Communist Party or 8 smaller parties can contest in an election. Then the government is always formed by the Communist Party. Means always the government किसकी रहती है? Only the Communist Party, because the only single party is working there, that is in the Communist Party. Then there is a free choice available to voters. Next we see कि Mexico we seen कि from its independence in 1930 till 2000 every election was won by the party called the PRI. PRI, it means we can read it Institutional Revolution Party. So every election was won only by that particular party. The PRI was known to use many dirty tickets to win the election. Means in very many dirty ways they took they won the elections. There was no way the ruling party could be defeated. Means no one can defeat it easily that ruling party. Even if people were against it, so it is impossible to defeat that party. Means they not listen to people also. In some of the misleading way they own their party. Now one person, one vote and one value we see कि there are the many instances of the denial of equal rights to vote. In Saudi Arabia, women do not have the right to vote. In Estonia has made its citizenship rule in such a way that people belong to Russian minority find it difficult to get the right to vote. Means minority people not having the fair voting system in the Russia or Estonia. Now in Fiji we see the electoral system is such that the vote of an indigenous Fiji has more value than that of an Indian Fijian. Means Indian Fijian and the indigenous Fiji, that two groups we found here, and the indigenous Fiji having a more value rather than the Indian Fijian. That we yesterday discussed. Now our today's topic is rule of law and respect for right. So Zimbabwe. Here we are starting with the Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe attained the independence from white minority rules in 1980. Means there is a white minority rule we found from the 1980. So since then the country has been ruled by the ZANU PF. That ZANU PF is the ZANU-PF, that is the party which is led the freedom struggle. Means that party जब से जिम्बाब्वे आज़ाद हुआ है, फ्रॉम दैट टाइम दैट पार्टी इज रूलिंग ऑन द जिम्बाब्वे Its leader Robert Mugabe ruled the country since independence, and that only one leader is here, Robert Mugabe, and he is ruling that country. Elections were held regularly and always won by the ZANU-PF party. The President Mugabe was popular but also used unfair practices in the election. So Mugabe also what did, so he did the unfair practices every time of the election. Over the years, his government changed the constitution several times to increase the powers of the president and make him less accountable. Opposition party workers were harassed and their meeting disputed. Means what he did that Robert Mugabe, he can't allow any discussion of the any parties or workers. He didn't allow to them, and he harassed to them always. Public protest and demonstration against the government were declared illegal. There was a law that limited the right to criticize the president. Television and radio were controlled by the government and gave only the ruling party's version. There were the independent newspaper, but the government harassed those journalists who went against it. The government ignored some court judgment that went against it and pressured judge. He was forced out of office in 2017. So, in summary, we can say that Zimbabwe attained independence in 1980, and since then the country has faced several elections and has been ruled by the ZANU-PF under the Robert Mugabe. So, under the Robert Mugabe, that Zimbabwe is working, and the President Mugabe is a popular but also uses the unfair practices in the election. He is not fairly upon that position. There was a law that limits the rights to criticize the president. Means there is one right to criticize the president, but it is in vain. Now the television, radio were also controlled in the government. Means all the media are controlled by the government and give only the ruling party's version. They are not other party version. We didn't found on that TV and radio. It means all are controlled by the Robert Mugabe. Now the popular governments and popular leaders can be undemocratic. Means there we found various kind of the harassment to the people. Also just we found the various kind of the harassment, and he didn't give, means Mugabe didn't give them the freedom to expose their views. Now the journalists of independent newspaper were harassed by the government who went against it. Means no one can go no one can express their views upon the freedom. Now President Mugabe was forced out of the office in 2017. Then this all is given here. The examples of the Zimbabwe shows the popular approval of the rulers is necessary in the democracy, but it is not sufficient. Popular governments can be undemocratic. Popular leaders can be autocratic. If we wish to increase the democracy, it is important to look at the election, but it is equally important to look before and after the election. There should be sufficient room for the normal political activity, including political opposition, in the period before election. This requires that the state should respect some basic rights of the citizen. They should be free to think, to have opinions, to express in public, to form associations, to protest and take other political action. Everyone should be equal in the eye of law. These rights must be protected by an independent. Means here we can say key people having some rights, some fundamental rights in democratic government, and that we discussed. but in case of the Zimbabwe we are found ki there is the only there is everything is in the hand of the ZANU PF party, and who is the main leader is the Mugabe, and he kept uh, all rights in his hand. Next we are seeing here judiciary whose orders are obeyed by the everyone. We shall read more about these rights in chapter 5. So in chapter 5 again we are going to see about the judiciary part. So judiciary, any democratic country, the judiciary is very important and we have to follow their rights, but here in Zimbabwe we can't found that. Now similarly there are the some condition that apply to the way a government is run after the election. A democratic government cannot do whatever it likes. Simply because it has won an election, it has to respect some basic rule. In particular, it has to respect some guarantees to the minorities. Every major decision has to go on, through a series of the constellations. Every office bearer has certain rights and responsibilities assigned by the constitution and the law. Means here we can say in democratic country, if the election has been done, एक बार election हो गई, तो that candidate who is chosen by the people, that candidate have to ensure कि fulfill all the वर्क विच एक्सपेक्टेड बाय द पीपल. जो पीपल एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं उस वर्क को उनको फुलफिल करने का वर्क करना है. बट ईच ऑफ दिस इज अकाउंटेबल नॉट ओनली टू द पीपल बट ऑल्सो टू द अदर इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफिशियल्स. We shall read more about this in chapter 4. So both these aspects gives us the fourth and final feature of the democracy. A democratic government rules within limits set by the constitutional law and citizens' right. So here we can say those candidate who is on the position, they have to protect the law and citizens' right. Their first right is that. Then what is the main task of democracy? Again in some brief I am telling to you, there should be a sufficient room for the normal political activities including the political oppositions in period before and after the election. This requires that the state should respect some basic rights of the citizen. They should be free to think, to have opinion, to express this in the publicly, to form association, to protest and take other political action. For that the people are ready. Now the democratic government, there are the some conditions that apply to the way a government is run after the election. Means one way they decide, and with that way they started to uh, run the government after the election. Then a democratic government cannot do whatever it likes simply because it has won an election. So whatever they want, whatever the candidates want, they can't do whatever they want. They have to go through that fixed norms which is done by the government. Now it has to respect some basic rules. In particular, it has to respect some guarantees to the minorities. Means they have to protect the basic rules and the minorities people also. Then democratic government rules within limits set by the constitutional laws and the citizen. Here are the summary definition, which is very important. Summary definition, you have to learn that properly because it will come in your exam. Okay. Summary definition. Let us sum up the discussion. For so far we started with a simple definition that democracy is a form of the government in which the rulers are elected by the people. You all know कि the peoples are elected, which are on the position, they are elected by the people only. We found that this definition was not adequate unless we explain some of the key words used in it. Means only this definition is not sufficient. if we not explain that keywords. So we will going to see what is the keywords through a series of the examples. We work out four features of the democracy as a form of government. According to democracy is a form of government in which rules elected by the people take all the major rulers elected by the people. You know, in democracy rulers are elected by the people and they are only responsible for taking the decision. It means the major decision in the country is taken by the elected representatives only. Second, election offer a choice and fair opportunity to the people to change the current rule. So through the election people get ample opportunity to change the government. If the ruling party is not properly working, so in the next election people can change that ruling party. Then third feature, this choice and opportunity is available to all the people on the equal basis. So this choice of electing and removing the elected representative is available to all on equal basis. This is very important. Means despite of any caste, creed, religion, social background, तो ये सभी को इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी यहाँ पे दी गई है. द एक्सरसाइज ऑफ दिस चॉइस लीड्स टू द गवर्नमेंट लिमिट्स बाय बेसिक रूलर्स of the constitution and citizen right. Here we can say the process of election and constitution puts a limit on the government. Okay, I think you got that. This 4 point is very important that you have to write in your copy also. This will come in your exam. Okay, next part we will see in the next lecture.